Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers. I'm looking at a book from the Legal Action Group. It's about tribunal claims. This is employment tribunal claims. It's in a third edition. It covers tactics and precedents, and it's been written by two people, Naomi, Cunningham and Michael Reed. This is the third edition here. It's a standard book again from LAG in the structure. At the back there's a very useful index, but there's not much in the way of an appendices for this one, because in the chapter headings it covers all the points you need. Now, my wife and I have written a review of this book. Elizabeth and I have said that this is a book where if you're running a claim in the Employment Tribunal, these are the skills and tactics from LAG which can make all the difference between winning and losing your case. And this is what we say. If you've ever participated in an employment tribunal in any capacity, or are contemplating doing so, you'll appreciate the need for this book with its pithy, self-explanatory title and for all its skills and tactics which are in the 12 rounded chapters. Like other publications from LAG, it's distinguished for its plain speaking, accuracy and ease of use. For instance, did you know there are unwritten rules about tribunal proceedings? And this is a book which looks into the mind, so to speak, of the tribunal, demonstrating, for example, how to write a successful letter or create a successful submission. The preface is written by Mrs. Justice Cox. Laura Cox is known to LAG as a great supporter, and she says, in view of the now new and complex procedural regulations governing the conduct of the increasing number of cases here, it's a struggle to keep up with all of this, and she says that the art of running a claim in the tribunal, knowing how best tactically to prepare and conduct a hearing, involves skills which are just as important as a sound knowledge of the substantive law and of procedure. She's absolutely right. It's most useful, as Cox points out, as far as the precedents are concerned, because they can be used by the novice and the experienced advisors alike. And the book actually started out as a collection of precedents and has moved on from there. Obviously it was conceived as a guide for non-lawyers who knew little or nothing about tribunals. Again, a market that's very important, as quite a lot of people do their own advocacy. So the timely third edition has been rewritten to give an even greater understanding of what is now required. Basically, to get the best out of your advisor, there's new material to help with preparing a proceeding, and good details of advice in whole areas that you'll be finding helpful. I think it's a very reassuring book. It's something I didn't have when I first started, and I actually would have been grateful to have had that support. I scoured the bookshops looking for things to help me with this area, and even as an older person I still found it very difficult. And I find tribunals quite hard. They're much more formal sometimes than one would think. I rather like the touching reference at the beginning. It's actually dedicated to Through, of course. Thank you for that. The Free Representation Group does a great deal of work, and we're all very grateful to them. One commentator says I would have given my eye teeth for this book as a newly qualified employment lawyer representing claimants. Well, you fortunately don't have to divest yourself of your eye teeth to acquire the wealth and value of the advice given in this book on tackling tribunals. The tactics book, which is what it is where you go to make the difference between winning and losing. And this book is a winner. So thank you to Naomi, Cunningham and Michael Reed, and also to Legal Action Group again. Bye bye.